Lookouts below. Back in the day, even for my time, before my time, when the electric-powered submarines of WW2, the good war people, the war that absolutely and irrefutably paved the very road we find ourselves on today, would sit on the surface, would look out scanning the horizon, as there were sitting ducks up on the surface, usually at night, under the cover of darkness. They would fire up their diesel generators to recharge the batteries. Yep, they truly were electric boats. Don't argue with me. Do you think they ran the diesels underwater? What about the exhaust and the surface bubbles? That would be a dead giveaway to surface ships hunting them down. And worse, what about the noise? The submarines ran as silent as possible because sound travels better in water than air. So what? I hear you say. So what? Stick with me, people, because I'm just getting started. On Thursday, the 8th of April, 2021. I have no idea if modern nuclear subs deploy lookouts. They have no need to sit on the surface and can deploy months at a time, always submerged. Man, imagine a 6-month underwater tour of duty trapped in a tube. Yikes. Oh well, the life of a Navy bubblehead. For him, not for me. So what's my point with all this? Simple. I thought this would be a cool and interesting way to let you know. I pray daily to the Creator to get me off this wall, to issue the order, lookouts below. One of the last commands the officer deck issues from the conning tower, before the final command, dive. Need me to spell it for you? Dive, D-I-V-E. Here's just one of the problems to being a lookout. A humble watchman on the wall. That's me. Things are happening so fast, it is almost impossible to keep track. Leave alone warn you of the pending, it ain't coming, people, it's here, doom and gloom I see from my vantage point. Gee whiz, Dave, want a little cheese with your wine? No. Gee whiz, Dave, you trying to tell us you're a messenger of God? Really? No. But something happened in my life to get me up on the wall, people. I sure as hell didn't knowingly volunteer for it. Remember, the acronym NAVY. N-A-V-Y. Never again volunteer yourself. Trust me, I know this. So, just a heads up. When I hear the command, lookouts below, I'm going down the scuttle, people. I'll then know this country, our country, is taking a dive that it will not recover from, at least not any recognizable ways we'd know is recovering. That wasn't a rant, people. It was just a forewarning. Now, moving on. Canada, our good neighbor to the north, just double-fenced and locked out the people from Grace Life Church, RCMP's private security details. Message to the congregation of Grace Life Church: you ain't going back in until you comply with the Mona Corona directives. You know, comply, people. Get in line, nut to butt. Make the person in front of you smile. By the way, I heard that a lot in the chow line, Navy boot camp. And that was before the fags came out of the closet. The old Navy, back in the day. Not too long ago, about one half this population loved it when the Donald, President Trump, used presidential executive orders to bypass a useless and deadlocked Congress. Well, people, the worm turned, and sometime today, creepy Uncle Joe will use executive orders to drive a few more nails in the coffin wherein lies the Second Amendment. Of particular concern are the red flag laws, allowing courts to order the confiscation of firearms from the mental cases. Yeah, can't have mental cases walking around with loaded firearms. Whether these mental cases did anything or not, that will be determined in future hearings. But at the get-go, you better go get their guns, 'cause they might go apeshit. But here's the rub, people. Who decides who's a mental case? What does it take to trigger a red flag? And get this. According to Reuters from April 6th, 1 in 3 Mona Corona survivors in a study of more than 230,000 mostly American patients were diagnosed with a brain or psychiatric disorder within 6 months, suggesting the pandemic could lead to a wave of mental and neurological problems Scientists said on Tuesday. No sense linking this article. You can look it up yourself. But who said all this stuff? Our results indicate that brain diseases and psychiatric disorders are more common after monocorona than after flu or other respiratory infections. Funny how that works, isn't it, people? Said Max Taquet, a psychiatrist at Britain's Oxford University, who co-led the work. Oxford University, people, that is not where the slouches hang out. So, to be forewarned, what do they say? To be forewarned is to be foreadvised? I don't know, something like that. You know what, people? Are you getting it yet? It can't happen here. I got stuff to do.